Hello, Carla Nicole, and this is my moment of guidance. So, I wanted to talk today about race relations, and it's just really getting very concerning that so many people are having problems with relating to someone other than their own race, or not sharing the same ethnicity as someone else. There's been so much where I'm seeing just a total disrespect, a total disregard. And due to this disregard, there has been hateful, ungodly acts done to people of different races. It's very concerning. But I guess my problem is that there is a dehumanizing going on, where if, as a black woman, I don't see a white woman as human, and she has ugly things happen to her, or horrific acts happen to her, or disrespect or disregard happen to her, I can just downplay it like, well, it's no big deal. Most white women have privilege anyway, so why should I care? Well, I should care, regardless if she is not of my race or not. She's a human being. Or, let's say, for instance, just being insensitive to someone else's race going through some hard times. I know in the black community we've had some issues with violence, police disorderly conduct on black men, black women, people losing their lives. And yet I hear, well, blue lives matter, all lives matter. And you're right. All lives do matter. And yes, blue lives matter. Yes. However, let's not downplay the fact that black lives matter. Because what's happening is there is a strong message going out to the black community that our lives don't. So I don't want to, in any way, shape, or form, disregard that there are awesome cops out here trying to save lives. There's beautiful people that have lost their lives for heinous reasons, or someone's own personal vendetta against blacks, and I get it. But I don't want for a second for people to think that because we support someone's life making a difference and mattering, it's to take away from everyone else's life. That is just not the case. So, I don't know. I just have an issue with that. But not to mention, here's my other issue, is that we have prejudices amongst just everyday friendships, just everyday relationships. Just because you're in the bed with a white man or a black man and you're white or black doesn't mean that you don't have prejudices. It does not automatically induct you into this hall of fame that you are now considered black because you're with a black woman, or doesn't induct you as a white person because you're in a relationship with a white woman or white man. That is not the case. What it is you're still who you are. Are you prejudiced or are you not prejudiced? If you were not prejudiced before you got in an interracial relationship, then you won't be prejudiced in an interracial relationship. However, if you happen to fall in love and gave yourself permission to love regardless of someone's race, and you are now in a love interracial relationship, you still have to do a check-in. Check yourself and see if you still have those prejudices or not. Just because you're with someone that's not of the same race doesn't mean that you're not prejudiced. I've seen some ugly prejudices amongst people that were in interracial relationships, and then they call blacks out of their name, derogatory names, and they're supposedly in a relationship, interracial relationship. You're not exempt. This is a tough conversation, but it needs to be talked about. Unfortunately, we think if we have a child, or if we interact, or if they come to our church, or if they come to our home, we're not prejudiced. That's not the case. Your acquaintances with other people of other races doesn't make you exempt. It just makes you in a relationship, or you may have an isolated relationship with someone of an opposite race, and that's great, but that doesn't mean that you have no more bias because of it. So I just wanted to get that out here. Let's be mindful not to think for half a second that we don't have biases. So this is Carla Nicole signing off. Best kept.